Covenant for our first map.
Look at their levels. Level 70.
Oh my goodness, I just saw that actually.
They've been definitely putting in some work.
Oh boy, that's a lot of grinding, to say the least.
Now I'm familiar with both these players. We should see a high quality match right now.
All right, cool. So you've been noticing as well, kind of how it's definitely been a lot slower paced here for some of our starting matchups. You've been noticing, I think, at least compared to the European games that we saw the other day. Things were a lot more faster paced. Players are a little bit more prone to being able to jump in there and take duels, whereas here for North America, you've been kind of seeing slower play style. Players kind of wanting to play around the timer of the spawns a little bit more.
That's actually kind of always been a traditional little style difference. I've always felt, at least back in my day, that the European players played a little faster, a little more aggressive, and North American players were a little more control based, and more risk averse. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so we should be going live here in just a moment, guys. We just have to wait for these players to get themselves all warmed up and everything. We'll get past that, and then we'll jump into the match itself. And hopefully it should be a good one here now. All right, cool.
Prepare to fight.
All right, guys, well, it looks like we're jumping into it here now. So this is going to be Sane starting off on the red side, and Stone will be over on the blue side here for this match.
Round one, fight.
Up on me.
Let's jump into it. I don't think we've actually, we haven't seen this map played out today here so far, right? I think this is the first time we've jumped into it.
Yep.
So this will be another one. And this is the one, of course, one of the first maps I think that the beta opened up with. So this is one that a lot of these players should be very familiar with, at least in terms of its version here in Quake Champions now. So it's going to start off, same as before, relatively slow paced as these players look to stack themselves up a little bit. And relatively even start too. Sane's going to jump onto Anarchy to start off this match as well, but nicely jumped by Stone. Gets right in there and gets back control of the bridge just as his power-up is coming back in so that he can make sure he takes it. Not aggressive enough, though, since the spawns are basically still identical at this point to be able to move in. But, oh, nice little sniped rail shot from all the way down the hall. Just deletes all of the armor pool that Sane had to work off of. And, oh, he just missed what could have been a closing shot as well. So close to getting that early kill.
Yeah, Sane's got to be careful right now. He's one rail away from death, and should be looking to get that small armor.
Yeah, he'll finally be able to get it. Just took a moment, reprieve there, lock himself outside, make sure his opponent just didn't go right for it to read into him too. He's got a little bit of it back now. And Stone, in the meantime, is still trying to figure out exactly where he's at. There's another rail hit from him, and he's yet to actually be hit so far by a rail shot from Sane. Keeps missing his in these open contests. Sane managed to juke Stone a little bit there, so he got back out and recovered from it again. And oh, there we go. Finally a shot from Sane connecting onto Stone. It's just as the power-ups are about to spawn again, though, so Stone's going to be able to make up for this very quickly as Sane is sticking right over the other side of the map for his Mega Health spawn. And both are going to just, once again, going to back away and let each other build themselves back up a bit. Sane trying to be a little bit trickier here. Going for the close-up fight this time. They were going to end up in another long-range rail battle. But Sane didn't like that. He's been on the losing end of this more times than not so far in this matchup.
You got a good, really good strategic battle going on, right? Neither guy wants to give up control of their item. So somebody's going to have to give here. Somebody's going to have to make a push for something that's not theirs with the Mega or the heavy armor.
Sane's been trying to. This is the second time now I've seen him go for a push towards bridge to try and steal that. He tried to do it right at the start, and obviously just did it again there. But he's been unsuccessful both times. Last time, I think, this last time right here, I think he either mistimed it or just didn't want to. Go ahead.
Expect Sane to fight for this heavy armor. That's why he delayed that Mega Health the way he didn't pick it up right away. He wants to separate the timers, so he's going to fight all out for this right now.
And he's going to leap right forward here, too. Doesn't even look like Stone is going to contest this right from the get-go of things. And, yeah, Sane just grabs it. Oh, does some nice damage, too. Yeah, the nicks from Stone coming in way too late. And now Sane can even run back over. He wants the kill, so he's going to leap through the portal here, trying to get the frag. So much damage being done on the LG. That's going to pop the Ghost Walk now. And Sane leaping over top, trying to go for the rail hit. That'll miss, but he did get the Mega Health. And, oh, the quick switch over to the rail to take down Stone. Finally gets him the first kill. Only took 3 minutes.
Yeah, nice play there.
And he's got his... He's got the second spawn unlocked, too. Look at this. Stone has nowhere to go right now. He's going to wait it back out, and now it just has him stuck into a corner here. So perfectly played by Sane. and a dominating performance here. After he's gotten that first kill, now he's really on a roll with the second kill already being picked up just 15, 20 seconds later.
Yeah, he's got him on the run now. He's going to go straight for this heavy armor. He's got him, he's got them separated properly. Stone shouldn't even, if he's smart, he's not here. Yeah.
Impressive.
Sane, already back in. Hopping off a rail shot, back into having really great control over the power-ups. So there's the armor for him. And he still has a good, 10 seconds to make the run over to the other side if he does want to take direct contest for it. Should have been able to spot Stone on the other side, but yeah, they got tagged by rail, so that should kill him from being able to get the health.
Good rail by Stone. Little poor decision by Sane. To get aggressive like that, he thought his opponent didn't see him. He was having to strafe jump right through this corridor, and he ate a rail for it.
Sane's in a great position, though, now, as we're coming down to the timer, too. Now Stone's going to have to get way more aggressive so we can try to make up for lost ground and try to get a few of these kills. And Sane knows it. You can just see running all around the map, make sure he gets these pickups, dives into a fight. That's probably not the best way to take it, but also gets it again. Forced him off and just spamming those portals right now to try and confuse his opponent. And he does make it outside. It is looking like Sane, based on the way he's playing right now, might try to run the timer down a bit as he's just trying to juke his opponent, maybe get a little bit of damage off here and there.
Yeah, he should be looking to just bail.
Yeah, ultimately, though, doesn't need to take these fights. And he's just going to run away, seeing if he can set up a perfect. Moves in, and once again, takes a little bit of damage off of the Ranger there, but ultimately bails out, as there's now only 10 seconds left. He would have to get 2 kills in this process anyway. It's essentially impossible here. So it's looking like Sane is going to be able to take control of round number 1.
Yeah, and he knew that the Ranger wasn't going to be able to catch him from behind, and it's just straight strafe jumping battle. So in terms of a race, so it was good to back away from that. And you didn't even need the challenge for any of the major items.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Into the second round we'll go. And we'll see if Stone can make up for that. Stone definitely did a great job of controlling the armor for as long as he did. The problem is he never himself tried to get really aggressive and push back out. So just kind of boxed himself into a corner there. And this lost his second champion so quickly too. Sane, just dives right in, takes the battle on Stone as he was so slow to go for that initial pickup. So he's gonna leap right in here and pick up the kill again so quickly.
Yeah, just good rail. Like, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Recognizing how to push when he hit that rail, and he knew Stone had nothing left after that. And Stone, granted invis, whatever. He wasn't going to grab that mega health.
You really have to give admiration to Sane's movement, too. Look at this, man. Just hopping around the map like a speed demon right now.
Yeah, he's definitely got that anarchy movement down.
And now he's going to try to move in, see if he can hunt down the health, and he gets it, while at the same time just destroying his opponent with the mid-air rail shot there. Finishes off the second champion, and now he's just down to his Ranger. We're only a minute into the round. He has so much time to just play around here if he wants to. And lock down this final kill to get himself a second round. Sane showing us some good stuff here so far. Let's not count Stone out of it just yet either. He's going to leap in, gets great damage on the teleport, and also the follow-up rocket does max damage. So that's definitely going to send Sane back a little bit here. But for Stone, well, he's going to be stuck. He did miss that rocket jump up a bit.
He missed the rocket jump.
Yeah.
That hurt. And
everyone saw that.
Pushing, he should have pushed with machine gun. I mean, he was kind of in that position where 1 kill would have really made a difference. You can see how strong Sane is on Anarchy. Getting him off Anarchy would be really advantageous. But and see, he missed his opportunity when he hit him with those rockets. He hit him with the slipgate. Hit him with the rocket. I mean, he's Anarchy. How much did he have left? I mean, honestly, it should have just been rush and machine gun.
3.
So bailed out of there and
1.
Restacked and came right back.
Yeah, and I mean, Stone ended up in a really great position there towards the end of it either. Kind of trapped in a corner too for that final fight, even though he had weapons and whatnot built up to himself and an okay health pool. Just really couldn't take that fight. It was just so outmatched. So Sane's off to a great start here. He's already taken the first 2 rounds, and he's gonna look to try and claim the third one to make it a nice even 3-0. Wouldn't really be even, but for the sake of words, Sane is going to continue to kind of leap around here, but takes a moment to himself. Try and find out where Stone is hiding. Hasn't really been able to get him just yet. Stone has been allowed to go around. He's got himself a nice control over the pickups currently. Now just a matter of actually locking it down. And again, just in that open hallway, it's been tagged.
Yeah. he shouldn't be. Again, he's listening, but he's listening in a position where he can be shot in the back from somebody coming through a teleporter. It wasn't exactly.
That's not the first time that's happened either. I think he got hit by that back in the first round a couple times too when he tried to do that. So now Sane is going to move in to try and take a little bit of better control. Still only working off the mega health though. The timers are still pretty much dead even, so it's going to go to either side, assuming they both actually prioritize that. And Sane, again, trying to really get behind Stone if he can to surprise. Hasn't been too successful being able to do that though. And the quick switch over to the rockets. Oh, the rail peak might have actually happened, and he could have connected damage there, but only ends up hitting for like 35 total. Even injects himself too, as he's going to switch it up now, going for the armor spawn instead, since he already has that very slight advantage over his opponent here. But leaping back in, dodges the rail from his opponent and connects one on his own, so he might actually commit to this one finally. Trying to go for the kill, has his bot in the corner. There's no running for this one, has to wait for the stealth pot to move out. Insane trying to predict, but makes the wrong call, so Stone, by the luck of that, is going to be able to get away.
No, that was good though. A good push by Sane. Now he knows the ghost walk is down, so he gets him in any other kind of position, he's going to push, and here it comes.
And Stone completely stuck in this corner, trying to go over to the LG to finish it off, but Sane still had a good, 50 HP plus like 90 armor or something like that, so Sane in a really great position there, set himself up perfectly, switching over to prioritizing the armor spawn instead, and then locking it down. So nicely played, and now he's already got that first champion out of the way.
And he did a nice proper weapon switch at the end. He hit him with 2 rockets, recognized he already did enough damage, he switched to lightning gun and got the finish. Don't get greedy. Some people will get greedy. I'm gonna hit the highlight rail, or I'm gonna hit this mid-air rocket. No, just just whip out the machine gun and finish it.
Alright, well, Sane, gets hit pretty hard by that, and now Stone is gonna chase down that kill, finally gets himself one pickup there, as he hits that nice rail, knocks off basically all the armor that he just picked up there from the full pickup, and then just takes the fight down in the shotgun hallway.
Yeah, predictable trajectory by Sane there, and that's why he ended up running into a nice LG stream by Stone. Could have taken a different route there for sure.
Sane is back on, or Sane, excuse me, just back onto recovery here. So he's going to be able to move in, grabbing himself the armor pickup to work off of. Nice little rail hit there. Going to put Stone back into a much more restrained position since he was brought into one-shot territory. However, again, the timer works out for him. It's just as the mega health is coming into play. Stone definitely does not want to use that portal currently. After some delay, it'll be better for him. He'll leap back in towards that, and now ready to take this fight, but misses the initial shot. He gets hit again, just barely alive now with 3 HP. Has to escape again, getting himself out of here, and he still has another 10 seconds till that health spawn came up, so Sane moves in with the finishing blow on Stone's second champion, so that he can bring it down to just the Ranger again, with only a minute left to play off of too, so now Stone has to try and at least get 1 kill in the next minute. Stone is going to go in, trying to play hyper aggressively towards us. He does have the mini armor down on the ground, but doesn't even need to do that. Locks Sane into a corner, and is able to get that translated kill, bringing this down to the final 1v1 brawl here. Nice LG work being done by Stone too, already opening up some good damage, but he too is taking a lot of it from the SMG, down to about 50 damage. Okay.
A little overconfidence there by Sane, cost him that round. Especially when Stone dropped down as being hyper aggressive. It looked like Sane was just so confident he was going to land his rockets that he just sat there and waited for him, and then he ended up eating an LG stream, dying, and then he got spawn fragged. And I mean, yeah, just don't get overconfident. I mean, just don't recognize. Don't underestimate anybody you're playing.
Well, into the next round here, Stone finally showing us a little bit of his firepower there by taking control of that last round. Sane, I'm sure, is going to look for revenge there, as he definitely probably got a little bit comfortable. Maybe led to a few of his mistakes in the last match, and there we go. Perfectly trapped, gets the shot from bottom, and then takes him in the nice even 1v1 right at the end there to close out and already knock out Stone's Nyx.
Maybe that loss woke him up a little bit here. He's got to stay on point.
Perfect setup to kill that Nyx there, so very well done. Now, we're going to go back to the even trades and the power-ups, but into the fight they'll go. Sane missing his initial shot, but Stone's Visor still wants to jump in and try to take this duel. Sane trying to be tricky with his movement here, and he's doing a great job at it. Still trying to figure out where the heck he went. And that's going to give Sane a little bit more time to run around here. It's actually going to look like both of them will end up fighting for the armor, so that health is going to sit unused for a couple of seconds, unless Stone backs out for this. Sane in the better position, though. Stone's trying to push up, but he can't against that LG. It's holding him back so much, and with the armor pickup, he survives. Gets that kill, and brings it down to just one left alive for Stone again. And Stone's going to move right in, or Sane's going to move right in for that kill, and he'll get it as well. Nicely played, beautifully played by Sane at the end there. Fell apart a little bit on the third round, but comes back, you know, really strong in the fourth round to close it out.
Yeah, and then again, Stone respawn, lightning gun, charge right at somebody who just picked up heavy armor. I gotta question that decision just a little bit.
Yeah,
but it was a high quality match. I mean, both guys are very talented. Sane hit some very nice rockets. His movement with the anarchies.
That was probably some of the best movement we've seen like all day, just in terms of being able to get around the map and use that, you know, use his speed to kind of confuse his opponents as well. That was some really good stuff from him, and we really haven't seen that from anyone else so far, at least on the stream here today, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely all over the anarchy movement, which goes back to his background. He goes all the way back to Quake 1 and played Quake World, which had a similar feel to anarchy. So it's not a surprise that he moves around the way he does.
Yeah, so that is going to close out the first map there, and Sane is going to take it. I actually made a slight mistake there. If you could let the players know that they need to re-invite me really quickly, that would be very helpful.
I can do it for you, I think.
I accidentally clicked out of the lobby there, so we'll get me. That's my fault, guys. Apologies for that. But we'll get me back in, and then we can jump into that second map there. But still, Sane taking good ground over control of the first map, of course, and now Stone's probably going to have to take a step back to himself and figure out how exactly he's going to try to counter that going into the second map here.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, he needs to work on his decision making after he comes back off a death, and yeah, and I don't know. Sane moves around really fast though, so he can maybe kind of play off of that because it's a little reckless. I mean, he moves around so fast that maybe he can't. You know, you can set an ambush for him, but you need to capitalize on it and make sure you hit your shots.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, we got me back in now. Once again, sorry for that, guys, causing the delays here. But we should be good to jump back in now as soon as the players have readied up, and we'll once again take a look at that draft and see if these players are going to try to change anything up. See if Stone maybe, you know, because he was having a hard time of kind of dealing with those surprise engagements, maybe he goes a little bit tankier this time, shifts up his picks a little bit to try and account for that. And it's looking like the players are readied up now, so we'll hop in here and take a look at the draft. Stone's keeping it pretty much to what he was before, and no surprise for Sane there that he goes for the anarchy pick again, considering how good he was with that before.
I was wondering if he was gonna, pardon me, maybe change it up a little bit on this map, because like I said, I don't really think it favors the lighter classes too much, but we'll see. I'm curious to see how he plays it with anarchy.
Both of the times we've seen it go to Cryptic Keep so far, actually, both of the players, well, technically all four of the players that we've seen on it have been okay with keeping it to sort of the lighter champion. So they're going to go. And I think the one change-up we did see was Sane going over to the Blazkowicz pick instead. So that's going to be a slight change-up for him. But other than that, things are staying relatively the same from what we saw on the last map. Again, into that warm-up, so as soon as the players have concluded with that, we will go live here. I'm really curious to see, with the map being with this map being a little bit smaller,
prepare to fight.
If the movement is still going to end up working out here in Sane's favor, if he's going to have to kind of slow it down a little bit more. Just on how easily he can kind of get predicted, since there's so little space to maneuver around compared to the previous map anyway. But here we go, folks. Let's jump into it. And well, there we go. Actually, Sane starts it off with a beautifully shot rocket right at the beginning for Dixon. Stone eats that head on. Stone is going to be able to recover, though. Finds himself some time to kind of step back a bit. But now, while Sane's leaping into the fight here, right over by the LG spawn, trying to get his opponent out into the open. Keep in mind, again, the weapons are a little bit different on this map in the way that they do play out, so Stone has to be a bit more cautious for the way he takes these fights into the open, though, and he does not have the Ghost Walk ready to go currently, so it is a good thing that Sane decided to jump out of that fight, and now Stone can actually jump in, get the Mega Health. Sane actually was unable to deny that, as he bailed out there and was still a little bit focused on making sure that he was able to pick up the full armor for himself. Oh, back into this engagement, though. Tries to open it up with a little bit of close range, but...
Need to, it's like, it's because they're both really light. I mean, like getting that first rocket is so critical.
It just seems like so far, you know, whoever gets hit first is usually the one that's trying to escape within the first couple seconds of the fight so far. And it's mainly Sane as the one doing that. He's having a lot of trouble, with the exception of right at the start there, of locking down that first kill. But now they're into the fight. There's the Ghost Walk being popped out here by Stone. He tries to chase down the kill initially, but made a last-second decision, split away. However, made that decision far too late. And Sane was able to figure out where exactly he was going and lock down that first kill.
That's just a misread by Stone. One, the portals, like, yeah, I'm going to ambush him coming out of the portal, but not recognizing that his stack is so much greater than yours. Your ambush really isn't going to matter.
Yeah,
and then waiting so long to Ghost Walk. Yeah, Stone's just being... I don't know if he's used to just... Maybe in his games he plays online, you know, he's used to out-aiming and just getting in people's faces, and I'm getting a little bit of that vibe from the way from some of his decisions.
Yeah, it's the same as back before on the first round of our last map. He just on his second champion, he didn't really have a choice in the first map, but this time just ends up taking the fight this time on his second champion against Sane, thinking that he could just finish him off, but no, not the case. And now, I mean, Sane is literally running circles around Stone currently. And trying to pick up these power-ups here. He's once again going to get the nice control over the full armor. Probably he's going to miss the health. I think that's going over to Stone right now, so he's going to have that to play with at the very least. Still, though, Sane is ready to just leap into this fight here, keeping himself replenished as he goes back for the LG pickup. Really just waiting to try and get Stone into the open a little bit more here. Finally found that. No, just didn't have the right switch at that time. Had to quickly try to go back over to the rockets, but it was a little bit too late. And now it's pickup time again. So with this little bit of a split, though, he's bought enough time to be able to leap in, possibly try to go for the full health pickup too, or at least push his opponent back from getting it. He moves in, steals it away, did lose all of the extra armor from that pickup, but that's coming up in about 15 seconds too. So now he can start to route around, look for a better position to take on that. With the extra health there, dives in, did rocket himself right at the floor, but still picks up that kill and secures the first round.
Nice aggressive play by Sane there, that's for sure. But again, Stone... I don't know. I'd really like to know what his thought process is. Like I said, I'm getting that vibe that he's used to kind of pushing people around in some of his duels. Because the decisions he's making here.
Sane leaping in there, immediately forcing the pop of Stone's Ghost Walk ability. And now he's just going to... There we go. Once again, Sane off to a hot start. Already has that first kill.
And remember I was telling you earlier about that choice you have to make when you spawn, whether or not you can get to that mega health first over your opponent. You see, Stone's made that decision twice now, right? And died both times.
Yeah, and same as before too. Sane just opens it up. This is like the third or fourth round, I think, where Sane has gotten the first 2 kills before being actually contested. So Stone definitely has a lot of work to do on his respawns too, because that's not looking too great, especially on his second respawn.
Stop one.
And he needs to consider what he's doing at the start there in some of these spawns. He's giving control like right away.
Now he's just gonna end up in this open fight. A lot of LG damage going back over onto Stone here. Sane a little bit lower on the health pool side of things, but ends up with still a boatload of armor left over. Now look at this again. The movement's so great. Repositions through the portal, all while getting all this extra damage in. Stone below 25 HP here now, and he'll go down. So there you have it. Sane, quick domination of round 2, and he's already up 2-0.
Just impressive play by Sane right now. Stone is, you could just, he's falling apart. You can see it. He's literally falling apart right now.
2.
Yeah,
you can feel that pressure.
It seems to think even at like the start that Stone, maybe like you said, maybe for one he can just out-aim Sane in an open battle.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah. Well, the other problem is too is that it seems like for a moment when he keeps trying to go for these pickups here that maybe he feels he can also his movement is better than Sane's one. That's clearly not the case, based on what we've seen from him so far. Stone gets a better opener this time around, though. Now it's all about not messing things up here. He's also got Sane locked into a corner, but fails to check downstairs, and now Sane's going to swoop in, gets that full armor pickup, and he can also swoop back over here to get the armor pickup too, and now he's going to dive into the fight. Leave the Ghost Walk is up, so Stone can pop that, and in fact he just did. Gets himself out, just camps by the power-ups. Camps by those little health pickups there so he can keep himself in good shape, and now, again, trying to avoid that fight currently, but there's no avoiding Sane with the way that he's been moving around the map here. Stone already ending up so low. Just seems like he's constantly on the run for health pickups, unfortunately. And Sane, yet again, leaps in to pick up that final kill. We'll see if he gets the quick follow-up like he's been doing in the past rounds before.
Oh, Sane's got this guy right now. He's reading him like a book.
Oh, might have dived into that fight a little bit too early, though, but thankfully he's got the inject ready to go. Can bail out of there pretty quickly. And now try to recover. He's going to go back in because he also did some decent damage to Stone before, too. Over to the Rockets for a more open fight, but again, bailing out and back in. He's a master at choosing when to engage here. Still ends up lower than Stone, though. So he does have to kind of give that one up for now and wait for this Mega Health pickup to come back in so that he can reshape himself for the next fight. But oh, the decision to bail out there almost kills him. Ends up with 20 HP at the end of it. And again, has to kind of go hunting for health. However,
his movement bailed him out there. That was good.
And not only did that too, but his decision making to crouch in the corner, making Stone feel like he's safe to go through that portal and try to chase him down as if Sane would have retreated, but that's not the case. Sane lays a trap, springs it, once again gets that second kill without losing his own first champion, and the third one as well. Another perfect round for Sane as he closes out this map 3-0 and is going to take this match 2-0.
Excellent play by Sane. I mean, even